main verb. I can play cricket well. When I change the sentence into passive, cricket can be played well by me. Now change the sentences into passive. These are some sentences. First of all, you try to identify the subject, the verb and the object in each of them. They may ban the film. Who will ban the film? You can say they. What do they do? May ban. What do they ban? You say the film. So the slant words in each sentence indicate subject. You are right. May ban, corrected, had stolen, reveal. With different color words indicate what? Yes, they indicate verbs. And the underlined words, the film, the mistakes, Nayan's passport, character, these are the words which are objects. Now let's change them into passive voice. They may ban the film. The film may be banned. Full stop. You can keep full stop there. To use the word they, you have to change they into them with the help of by. So you can write the same sentence like this. The film may be banned by them. We corrected the mistakes. The mistakes were corrected by us. Someone had stolen Narayan's passport. The spelling of passport is wrong here. I am so sorry for that. Narayan's passport had been stolen. Who had stolen, we don't know. In that case, you don't have to write by someone, right? Manners reveal character. Character is revealed by manners. Some more examples from the paper. A mechanic is repairing my car. The sentence is in present continuous tense. The passive voice is, my car is being repaired by a mechanic. Do you expect good result? This is a question sentence and it is in simple present tense. In passive voice, you have to use am is are plus past participle. So the answer is good result expected by you? Obviously, you expect good result, I know. And that's why you are watching this live video lecture. Now let's learn something about prepositions. There are some sentences and then we'll discuss each of them. The words which indicate the position of something basically is preposition. We live blank Mumbai. The clock blank the wall is beautiful. We'll meet blank the airport. Reena fell blank the ladder. My car is parked blank the tree. Now there are 5 different prepositions which you have to apply into the above sentences. Of, at, in, on, under. Think over the questions. Think over the sentences. Yes, will live in Mumbai. But if I say that will live at Bandra in Mumbai. So when there is a big area, you have to write in Mumbai, and when there is a small area of that big area, we use at before that word. The clock on the wall is beautiful. We will meet at the airport. Reena fell off the ladder and my car is parked under the tree. You can use near the tree, but here there is no option near, so we can take under with the sentence. My car is parked under the tree. Now here you can find some sentences in which you have to fill in the blanks using modal auxiliaries. Can, could, shall, should, will, would, may, might, must, need, dare and ought to. These are different modal auxiliaries. In the first sentence, I blank read German. You have to use a modal auxiliary which will indicate, reflect ability. The second 2 sentences, one blank be careful and one blank to be careful. In both the sentences, the meaning is the same. and in both the sentences we have to use a modal auxiliary which would reflect necessity, and the options for you to think over them are these: must, ought and can. When you think about ability, you have to use can. I can speak German, I can read German, right? After learning English language, you can say that I can talk in English, because you show your ability of speaking something in English, right? Talking in English. The second two sentences, one, must be careful. Must is used to indicate necessity. Ought is also used to show the same thing, but after ought you have to write to. So when there is to be careful, you have to write ought, and once when you find no to, right, that is be careful alone, you have to write must. The second sentence has the answer must, and the third sentence will have the answer ought. So one must be careful, one ought to be careful, right? More modal auxiliaries. We blank do what is right. Here you have to use the modal auxiliary for sensible action. You blank be more careful this time. You have to show the advice in the sentence. Again, there are two words. One is should, second is would. In the first sentence, you would write would. You would do what is right. And generally we would do what is right. The second sentence will have should, because should indicates advice. So you should be more careful this time. Connectors. The sentences, clauses, phrases, words are connected with different connectors. And here is the sentence. There are two sentences. The man gave her some new ideas. She met him a few days ago. There are different options which are given to you: who, whose, whom and which. And using two different connectors without changing the meaning, with correct idea, you can make two different sentences, and both the answers are given. The man whom she met a few days ago gave her some new ideas. Can you identify the connector which I have used in that sentence? Yes. Whom is the connector. In the next answer, she met him a few days ago who gave her some new ideas. Can you do the same task? Yes. This time the connector is who. Let's have some other examples. You work sincerely, you will get promotion very soon. The words are if, unless, despite, in spite of. When you use if in a sentence, you can use unless also. If and unless, they are the opposite words. So if you work sincerely, you will get promotion very soon. The sentence number 2 will reflect the same ideas having a different connector. Unless you work sincerely, you won't, will not, right? Won't is a short form of will not. So you won't get promotion very soon. I was very tired. I could not go with my friends. And, but, so and yet. So is appropriate here, right? I was very tired. So instead of so, you can use therefore, because so is equal to therefore. Both have the same idea. So I was very tired, therefore I could not go with my friends. Another sentence, I tried hard to get it done. It was not possible. So both the actions or both the sentences reflect opposite things. And for contrast sentences, you can use but or yet. So the answer would be like this: I tried hard to get it done, but it was not possible. After the connectors, let's find out the correct verb from the sentences. And here's some sentences. A few little girls have or has, you have to select any one of them, done their tasks. There are two words which are in slant style. A few indicates plural and their tasks their word itself indicates plural, and that's why with plural subject we can't use has, we have to write have. So the answer is a few little girls have done their tasks. If I change each of the little girls, I use the word each of little girls. Now each indicates singular verb, singular subject, so I have to use has done her task. Instead of their tasks, I would say her task. The sentence number 2, the cattle is grazing, or the cattle are grazing. The cattle is a collective noun. With some special collective nouns, we have to use them as plural, and that's why cattle is grazing is wrong. The cattle are grazing. Either Ramesh's brothers or his friend work or works. Here, when there is either and or in the sentence, you have to keep your eye on a word which comes after or. In the same way, neither and nor. So after the word or, you find out his friend, that's a singular, and with singular in simple present tense we have to write s or es after the verb. So works is the correct answer. Each of these students, again as we have discussed earlier, each indicates singular, and that's why does is a correct answer. Let's have some determiners. A, and, the, all, some, these are determiners. My favorite game is blank cricket. The options may be a and the, these are the articles. With the name of any game, generally we don't write any article, so my answer would be my favorite game is cricket. There is no the cricket, there is no a cricket, and there is no chance to say an cricket. Blank US is blank most powerful country. US is the name of a country and its full form is United States, and the most powerful country indicates that it is in superlative form. So in both the cases, when you talk about a country whose name begins with U, United States of America, UK, USSR, UAE, you have to write the. With the common names of the countries, if I say India, you don't have to write the India, but USA, the USA, the UK. And when we talk about superlative degrees, the adjectives and adverbs with superlative form, we have to write the best student, the longest river, the highest mountain peak. So here in the sentence there are options a and the, and in both the blanks you have to write the. The US is the most powerful country. Is there blank milk left in the jug? Question mark. The options are some, any, little, a little. Basically when you ask a question, we use any. So is there any milk left in the jug? And there are some other answers which I have added. There is some milk, there is little milk, there is a little milk, and there is no milk left in the jug. Reena and Archana are my cousins. Blank of them are singers. The options are each, every, both, all. When I use each and every, they may be correct, but here they are not correct, because each and every indicate singular, and the second sentence has are as a verb, and that's plural. So I have two options, both and all. Here there are two names, so the most correct answer is both. Both of them are singers. But if we don't know how many people are there about whom we are talking, you may use all of them are singers. There are many friends of mine, all of them are singers. But here I am talking about two persons, Reena and Archana. They are two, so I have used the word both of them are singers. Blank of the samples was. Was is in slant. Just to give you hint what it means, up to the mark. So we rejected all. So was indicates singular, all is not singular, some is not singular, none is singular, each is singular. But if I say that each of the samples was up to the mark, then we are not there to reject. So it indicates negative idea. So none of the samples was up to the mark, so we rejected all of the samples. Now there are some queries. Before we reached the stadium, the match blank. 3 options: began, had begun, begun. If you remember, some minutes ago I said that 2 clauses in which you can find simple past tense in one of them, and as a connector you can have before or after. The second sentence would be in past perfect tense. So your answer is had begun. Let me check. Yes, you are. Before we reached the stadium, the match had begun. Here is the query number 2. She was ill. She came to class. Both the sentences show contrasts. She was ill. Basically, when a person is ill, the person would not come to class. But here the person was ill, and in that illness, in that situation, the person came to the class. So it is not expected, right, that a person would come to the class. So 2 sentences are joined with the contrast ideas, and for that different connectors can be used. Here they are. You can select either but, in spite of, or though. I can say all 3 can be used to join these 2 sentences. If you use but, the sentence would be like this: she was ill, but she came to class. In place of but, you can use yet. Now you want to use though, the sentence would be like this: though she was ill, she came to class. Instead of though, you can use although, even though, even if. And then you can use in spite of in the sentence. In spite of her illness or her being ill, she came to class. Now she was ill, that was an absolute clause. But when you use in spite of, that clause sentence would be converted into a noun. So her illness, illness is a noun. Or you can use the participle, present participle of the verb.